Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what women actually find attractive in men. And I think this is going to surprise a lot of you because it's probably not what you've been told. Here's the thing. What women find attractive isn't always what men think we find attractive. It's not necessarily about having the perfect body or driving an expensive car or making a certain amount of money. And I think understanding this can really change the way you approach dating and relationships. So stick with me because I'm going to break down the 5 main things that women find genuinely attractive in men. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to have a completely different perspective on what actually matters. Before we dive into the list, I want you to understand something really important about how female attraction works. And this is where I think a lot of men get confused. Female attraction is less about checking boxes and more about how you make us feel. It's about the energy you bring into a room. It's about the assumptions we make based on your behavior. When we observe you doing something, we're not just seeing that one action. We're asking ourselves deeper questions. What does this say about his character? How would he treat me in a relationship? What kind of father would he be? I know that might sound like a lot, but this is genuinely how our minds work. We're naturally wired to think about long-term compatibility, not just immediate attraction. So with that in mind, let's get into the 5 things. The first thing that women find incredibly attractive is kindness and character. And I'm not talking about being nice in a way that feels fake or like you're trying too hard. I'm talking about genuine goodness that comes from who you are at your core. Women pay attention to how you treat other people, how you talk to waiters and service workers, how you interact with strangers. Whether you hold the door open for people, not just for us, but for everyone. These small moments tell us everything we need to know about your character. I think a lot of men underestimate how much we notice these things. You might think we're just focused on how you look or what you say to us directly, but we're watching everything. And when we see you being genuinely kind and considerate, that creates attraction in a way that physical appearance alone never could. There's actually a term for this in psychology. It's called prosocial behavior. And studies show that women are naturally drawn to men who demonstrate empathy, generosity, and a willingness to help others.
Why?
Because these traits signal that you'd be a good partner and potentially a good father. They show that you're caring, reliable, and emotionally mature. So, if you want to be more attractive to women, start by being a better person. Work on your character. Be kind not because you're trying to impress someone, but because that's who you genuinely are. The second thing women find attractive is taking care of yourself. And I'm talking about both physical health and emotional health here. Let's start with physical health. Yes, physical attraction matters. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to look like a fitness model or have six-pack abs to be attractive. What matters is that you're taking care of your body. That you have good hygiene. That you dress well and present yourself in a way that shows you respect yourself. Physical attraction is really about indicators of health. Clear skin, good posture, taking care of your teeth, wearing clothes that fit well. These things signal that you value yourself and that you're capable of taking care of someone else. But honestly, emotional health might be even more important. Women are incredibly attracted to men who are emotionally stable and secure. Men who can handle stress without falling apart. Men who can communicate their feelings without being overly dramatic or shutting down completely. If you're someone who loses your temper easily, who's unpredictable, who can't regulate your emotions, that creates a sense of instability. And that's not attractive. We want to feel safe with you, both physically and emotionally. We want to know that when life gets hard, you're not going to crumble or lash out. So work on your emotional health. Go to therapy if you need to. Learn how to manage stress. Develop emotional intelligence. This will make you infinitely more attractive than any amount of time in the gym ever could. The third thing that women find attractive is intelligence. And I'm not just talking about being book smart or having a college degree. I'm talking about the ability to think critically, solve problems, and navigate life's challenges. Women are attracted to men who can handle difficult situations, men who can make good decisions under pressure, men who can offer solutions when problems arise. This creates a sense of security because it shows us that you're capable and reliable. But intelligence also includes emotional intelligence and social awareness. Can you read a room? Can you understand how other people are feeling? Can you communicate effectively? These skills are incredibly important for building a strong relationship. And here's something I think is really important. One of the fastest ways to demonstrate intelligence is through humor. Women love men who can make us laugh. A good sense of humor shows that you're quick-thinking, socially aware, and confident. And honestly, humor can make you attractive even if you're not the best-looking guy in a room. I've seen so many relationships where the woman is objectively more attractive than the man, and people wonder how that happened. The answer is usually that he's funny, charming, and makes her feel good. That creates a level of attraction that looks alone can't compete with. The fourth thing is having direction and ambition in your life. And before you panic, I'm not saying you need to be rich or wildly successful. That's not what this is about. What I'm saying is that women are attracted to men who have goals, who are working towards something, who have a sense of purpose. It doesn't matter if you're building a business or pursuing a creative passion or working your way up in your career. What matters is that you have direction. When a woman sees that you're ambitious and driven, it signals that you're building toward a better future. It shows that you're not just coasting through life, and that creates a sense of security about what a future with you might look like. This goes back to evolutionary psychology. Women have always been attracted to men who can provide and protect. But in modern times, that's less about money and more about stability, ambition, and having a plan for your life. So if you're feeling stuck or directionless, work on that. Find something you're passionate about. Set goals for yourself. Build something. This will make you significantly more attractive. The fifth and final thing is self-respect and boundaries. And I cannot stress enough how important this is. Women are attracted to men who respect themselves, men who have standards, men who don't tolerate disrespect or compromise their values just to keep someone around. I think a lot of men believe that being agreeable and accommodating is what women want. That if you just say yes to everything and never rock the boat, we'll like you more. But that's actually the opposite of what's attractive. We're attracted to men who know their worth, men who have boundaries, men who are willing to walk away if they're not being treated right. This doesn't mean being arrogant or rude. It means having a clear sense of who you are and what you stand for. Self-respect is attractive because it signals strength and emotional maturity. It shows that you're not desperate for approval. It shows that you value yourself. And ironically, that makes us value you more. So work on building your self-respect. Set boundaries in your relationships. Don't be afraid to say no when something doesn't align with your values. This will transform the way women see you. So, just to wrap this up, I hope this gave you a different perspective on what women actually find attractive. It's so much more than just physical appearance or material success. It's about who you are as a person, how you make us feel, and the life you're building for yourself. If you focus on developing these 5 areas, I promise you'll see a difference in how women respond to you. Work on your character, take care of your health, develop your intelligence, pursue your goals, and respect yourself. Do these things, and you'll naturally become more attractive. So, let me know what you think in the comments. If you found this helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.